Hi Nana. Today we are going to discuss about a few important bits, that means MCQs about morphology of viruses. We already discussed about virus morphology, right? So today we are going to discuss about a few MCQs just for example. Okay. First bit is a virus is made up of protein coat and nucleic acid, protein coat and mitochondria, nucleic acid and cell membrane, nucleic acid, cell wall and cell membrane. So in this bit you have to see that the virus is made up of only two things. One is the protein coat and nucleic acid. Okay, if you have any option like protein coat, nucleic acid and envelope, you have to choose that one. Otherwise, a simple virus is made up of two things, protein coat and nucleic acid. It doesn't have any mitochondria or cell membrane or whatever it may be. It has the only two things, protein coat and nucleic acid. The second one, the protein coat of virus enclose the genetic material is called as. What is the name of that protein coat which is enclosing the genetic material? Its name is capsid. Okay. And the next one, which of the following statements are true about a virion? I already told you the definition of virion. A simple virus, a simple complete virus is known as the virion. So the protein coat of virion means it is an infectious and fully formed viral particle. Okay. And the next bit, which of the following is the genome of the virus? What is the genome of the virus? You have to be very conscious while attempting this bit, because if there is any option like DNA and RNA, it is wrong. No virus contain both nucleic acids. Every virus must possess nucleic acid, but either one of the type, either DNA or RNA. So you have to tick that one, DNA or RNA. Next thing, which of the following is the largest virus? This one also already told you, Nana. So megavirus chilensis is the largest virus. And the next one, which of the following statement is true about capsomers? So we already told you, right? Capsomer means these are the building blocks of the capsid. Capsomers together forms the capsid, right? So here the answer is, it is an individual unit of the capsid. Next, which of the following statement is true about the peplomers? Here you have to remind one thing, capsomers and protomers. Protomers together forms the capsomer and capsomers together forms the capsid. But here the question is peplomers. Peplomers means it is a spike-like projection which was emerged from the envelope of the virus. So peplomer means spike-like projection from the virus, enveloped virus. Okay. And the next one, icosahedral capsid consists of which type of capsomers? What is that? Hexagonal, pentagonal, triangular, or both hexagonal and pentagonal? So the correct answer is hexagonal and pentagonal. We already discussed, right? Hexagonal and pentagonal. Next one is which of the following has a complex symmetry? You know that some viruses possess helical symmetry and some possess the icosahedral symmetry, and some another viruses possess both icosahedral and helical symmetry. At the same time, any type of symmetry beyond these two symmetry, it is the complex symmetry. So the best example is the T4 phage, means bacteriophage. It possesses the complex symmetry. And the next one is the viral envelope is made up of which type of substances? Proteins or glycoproteins or lipids and proteins, or all of the above. So you have to select here all of the above. Why means viral envelope is made up of mainly proteins and lipids. Thus proteins may be glycoproteins. Okay, so you have to choose all of the above. And the next one, which of the following is a helical virus? Which of the following is helical virus means you have a well knowledge, that is the TMV. TMV is the helical type of virus, and in some cases you may have the question like which is the rod shaped virus. In that case, if there is TMV, you definitely have to choose the TMV. So it is in helical shape and also in rod shape. Okay, and the next one, which of the following statements are true about the viruses? So they are free living, obligate parasites, both A and B, none of the above. In this question, viruses are not free living. They are not free living, so you have to choose that one, obligate parasite. They don't live without the host, so we have to choose the option obligate parasites. And the next one, a fully formed infectious viral particle. Already we have this bit in previous. Okay, so the question formation is different, that's it. Fully formed infectious viral particle is known as virion. Virion means fully formed infectious viral particle. And the next one, genetic constituent of virus. This was also a repeated question, Anna. And viral genome is enveloped in protein coat known as the capsid. Next one, which of the following statements are true about tobacco mosaic virus? So here they gave the type of nucleic acid, RNA virus, DNA virus, or it is a bacteriophage, or single stranded or double stranded DNA. So basically TMV is a RNA virus. And the shape of TMV is, I already told you, right, whether if they given helical you have to choose that. If there is no helical, if they given rod shaped, you have to choose the rod shaped. Next one is the viruses that attack bacteria are called bacteriophages. You well known this one. And the T2 phage has it is also called as the double stranded DNA phage. And bacteriophages that include bacterial cell lysis. Bacteriophages that induce bacterial cell to get lyse, they are called as the virulent phage. You don't have to attempt the lysogenic, Nana. The correct answer is the virulent phage. And which of the following viruses smallest genomes? Circovirus. Circoviruses have the very small genome. And infectious RNA particles without the protein coat are called as the viroid. Okay, viroid are the nucleic acid content which don't have any protein coat. They are called as the viroids. And the spike-like projections on the viral capsid are known as peplomers. We already have this bit in previous, right? So peplomers. And viral genome inserted into the bacterial DNA, it is termed as the prophage. And which of the following are the main functions of the capsid? Here there is 2 points. It determines the antigenic specificity and it protects the genetic material. Both answers are right. So you have to attempt the answer both A and B. So this is the analysis of a few important bits, Nana. I hope this is useful for you. Thank you. See you again in the next class.